know that we are here to support you, that while some of the staff may not be working from their offices, we are all still working. We are all still here to support you. You still get answers to your phone calls and also information from all of us. And we want to go ahead and support you in actualizing your dreams and your goals. Just a little bit about myself. I oversee a whole bunch of different departments at Rio Hondo College that are all focused on helping you succeed. I am a first generation college graduate. My father did not go to school, or he has a second grade education. My mother didn't go to school. And I'm a true advocate of higher education and making sure that students take advantage of their opportunities, but also that our college has equally the support and care for students to make sure that you're successful. So with that, welcome. So happy that you're here with us today.
Thank you, Dr. Castro, for introducing yourself and to allowing students to know who you are. So we're going to start transition into our presentation. If anybody has any questions, please use our chat function, as we do have outreach staff members who will be answering those questions. They'll answer those questions in the private section. And then also too as well, if any of you, if you can, please put yourself on mute so that we can do our presentation. If you have any questions, like I said, just use the chat part. So let me move on to our video segment. Awesome. Thank you for putting to the video together, team. So we're going to continue on with the presentation. If anybody can, put yourselves on mute just for Zoom courtesy. Awesome. So we're going to start with excuse me. Here we go. It's loading. Here we go. So admission requirements. So some of the admissions requirements, here we go, I apologize. Why begin at a community college? For some of you, you might be undecided on your goals. For example, you're not sure what you want to major in, you're between two career paths. that's one of the perks of being able to go to a community college. Another thing is remaining local, especially with the time that we are faced with right now. Some of us might feel more comfortable being at home, but most importantly, being able to help and support your family. For some of you, you might not be able to be you weren't able to complete some of your A through G track courses. For example, for me, my strength was not in math. I still struggled with math in college. So one of the benefits of going to a community college is the A through G will not have a factor on you being able to get into a community college. So that's one of the good perks. Another thing is affordability. One of the things that we all know is, especially within the community that I am from, is that we go to places that are affordable, right? And the best way that I like to use as an analogy is like, why do we all go to Costco? Because Costco is affordable. They have free samples, but also as well is we get the bang for our buck. And that's one thing that I really appreciate about community colleges is that the same classes that you take out of 4 year, you get the same type of education the first 2 years at a community college.
So here's some of the requirements that we require. So one of the things, the admission requirements is you just need a high school diploma or GED, or you can be 18 years or older. But one thing I highly recommend for all of you guys is to get your high school diploma. The reason why I say that is that if you guys do not have a high school diploma, you guys can't qualify for any financial aid. Whether or not you qualify, you still won't be able to get it unless you have that high school diploma. So please make sure to stay focused and get that high school diploma. Another thing that we don't require is that we don't require SAT, ACT, personal statements, no application fees, kind of like the 4 universities, and that SIR fee, where is kind of like your commitment to the school. We don't require any of those fees as well.
So one of the things about attending a community college is affordability. For us to attend at Rio Hondo College, an example would be $46 a unit. One of the cool things about that is for 12 units, it's $46 a unit. That's around about, I think around $700. So if you multiply that by 2 semesters, that's around $1,500. But what's crazy about that is that also includes your books and tuition based on doing the math correctly. So one of the cool things is that if you apply for the Rio Hondo Promise, which will go more into detail in our presentation, we'll explain how you can get your tuition waived as long as you're a as long as you're a first-time college student.
So here's some
So
of the
financial resources. With our financial resources, we have different opportunities for students on how they can afford to pay for college. One of them is a waiver. A waiver is free money, and usually that's one where we can use the Board of Governor fee waiver, which is also the Rio Hondo Promise. Gift aid is free money, which is where you're getting the Pell Grant or the Cal Grant, which you would get by filling out the FAFSA or the California Dream Act. Next is work study. Work study is what you would click yes on your FAFSA that will allow you to work on campus. For example, students who work in the Office of Outreach, our students will help assist us with getting materials ready. We also have students that work in EOPNS and other programs to get free money that can help subsidize their ability to go to college. Next are scholarships. Students, right now, a lot of your high schools are offering scholarships or even in your community. Please take advantage of those scholarships. Those scholarships will give you the opportunity to help pay for your classes, books, or any other necessities that you might need. I can give you an example. When I was in high school, there was a scholarship that was the Norman Toppin Jewish Scholarship, and I applied for it. And what's cool about it was that I didn't meet most of their standards, but because they had so much funding to give, I was actually able to get that scholarship. So if you can, try to apply to as many scholarships as possible so that you can be able to help fund your education. Loans, please be mindful there are different types of loans. And within the loans are subsidized, unsubsidized. So just be mindful that the unsubsidized is the uncool loan. The moment you take it out, you'll start accruing interest. Subsidized loan is you have 6 months until after you graduate from college when you can start paying for your loan. If you have questions about financial aid and financial aid resources, please be mindful. We will have on our second day of our virtual open house a presentation on just financial aid alone. So if you have questions, please tune in tomorrow and we would love to see you there and we can help answer your questions on how you can fund your Rio Hondo journey.
So here's some of the things that you guys can do at Rio Hondo College. The first thing is you can get a certificate. Those are meant for students that don't want to be in school for too long, just want to focus on your major courses. You don't take like general education courses like your math, your English, and you just get a certificate and you can start working. Now, let's just say if you guys want to transfer to a 4 university, you guys can go to the associate degree route, which is our 2-year route. where you can do 2 years and then 2 years at a four-year university. You don't necessarily have to get the associate degree to transfer. You can just transfer after 2 years. And then we also have a bachelor's degree in automotive technology for any students that might be interested in doing something with mechanical. We have that program for you guys. And we have two routes. We have the technical side and the business side.
So some of our certificates, as Brian was mentioning, these are programs that we have that can take within a couple months or up to a year, depending on what program you are interested in doing. Some of the programs that we offer is accounting, vocational nursing, child development, basic police academy, desktop technician, EMT program, income tax preparer. These are specific programs that we offer for students who are just interested in getting a certificate and then want to start working. So a good perfect example would be EMT. You take like up to 3 classes that you need before you can take the EMT class. Then you take that class, and then once you do the EMT class, you can start already working. If I'm not mistaken, the EMT program, one of the professors is one of a good friend of mine. He actually helps students prepare for that so that they can work with one of the programs that we have is with Care Ambulance, and they can actually start working. So that's one of the cool programs about getting a certificate.
And then we also have the associate degrees, like I mentioned to you guys. These are our 2-year programs. So where you guys will be taking your major courses, your general education courses. And yes, you have to take some classes that you might not enjoy, but it's kind of like one of the requirements in order to transfer to a four-year and also get your associate degree. These are not all the programs that we have. These are just examples. And as you can see on the left-hand side, it says ADT, which is associate degree for transfer. Now, let's just say if your program is one of the ADTs, it means that it's already guaranteed admission to a Cal State. It doesn't necessarily mean that you guys are just going to a Cal State. You can still transfer to a UC, private school, and out-of-state schools as well. So you guys have a lot of options to transfer out to a four-year university, and this is the route you guys want to go to. So like I mentioned about the ADT, so it's the Cal State Transfer Admission Agreement. So you guys can transfer to a Cal State up north to Humboldt to down south to San Diego. So it means that you guys are already guaranteed admission to a Cal State. And it gives you guys a GPA bump if you guys do part of this program. And you guys can complete your program within 2 years. So you guys will be doing 2 years at Rio Hondo and then 2 years at the foreign university and get your bachelor's degree after that.
So next is our tag program. One of the cool, unique things is that UCs are very impacted. Some of our UCs that we do have partnerships, this will allow you to guarantee admissions to at least one of the UCs. Just be mindful, there are 3 UCs that are in the tier 1 system that are not bound to this agreement, which would be UCLA, UC Berkeley, and UC San Diego. These 3 schools usually see a higher amount of applications, so they're not bound to this contract, but that doesn't mean that you can't apply to them. One of the cool things about the tag program is that it does allow you to be able to apply to the UC, and it does let you meet the basic requirements to be able to enter into the UC. So it's always important to make sure that you meet with a transfer counselor to make sure that you're on track to get the tag or the ADT.
Yes, and then how David mentioned that we don't have a tag program like for UCLA, Berkeley, and San Diego, but you guys can do this thing called the honors program. This is a program I highly recommend for some of you guys to join if you guys want to. I did this program while I was a student at Rio Hondo. You guys get your own personal counselor. You guys get priority registration. Your classes are a lot smaller. So you guys get the one-on-one attention with your professors. Of course, since it's an honors program, the coursework is going to be a little bit more challenging. But when you guys transfer, guys, they look at your application first compared to someone that didn't do the honors program. And then you guys have access to a lounge. And then let's just say if you guys want to go to a school like say, for example, like UCLA, you guys have a 30% more chance of getting to a school like UCLA by doing the honors program compared to someone that didn't do the honors program. So if you guys want to join the program, we can give you guys the contact information in order for you guys to know more information how to join this program.
For our transfer center, this is the information for our transfer center. I would highly recommend students, if you're planning on taking classes in the summer or even in the fall, I would already start making an appointment with the transfer counselor so that you can be able to plan out what classes you're going to be taking in the next 2 years to make sure that you're on the right track. Especially for those of you who are maybe not sure, you would want to weigh your options. You can talk to a counselor, transfer counselor, or if you're interested in, for example, like UC Berkeley or UCLA, Cal State LA, Cal State Long Beach, they can put you into contact with the respective representatives for that campus, so you know if you want to major in mechanical engineering and learn about what programs each campus has for that specific major would put you in a better position so that when you're ready to transfer, you know what you need to do. But most importantly, you already have a contact at that college. So if you have any questions during your application process, they already know who you are. So please take advantage of those resources.
I totally agree with that. And when I was a student at Rio, I would ask a lot of questions at the transfer center. But here's some of the highlights that we offer here at Rio Hondo College. The first thing is the Rio Promise. Of course, a lot of you guys know about a Rio Hondo Promise, where we offer 2 years of free tuition to any first-time college student. It doesn't matter what high school you guys are coming from or how much your parents make, but here's some of the requirements that we do require. The first thing is that you need to make sure you first apply online as a first-time college student for fall 2020, complete your online orientation and your placement tool in your Access Rio portal, get an educational plan with the Rio Hondo counselor, and of course, apply for financial aid. And like I mentioned to you guys, it doesn't matter how much your parents make, we'll still give you guys free tuition, okay? But one of the other requirements that we require is that you guys need to make sure you guys are a full-time student. But of course, if you guys are gonna be part of the DSPS program, your full-time is a little bit more different compared to someone that is not gonna be part of that program, okay? So yeah, we want you guys to be full-time and then apply for financial aid again, and that's how you guys will be able to get the second year.
So on our featured programs, we're going to briefly touch upon our featured programs that we offer at Rio Hondo College. Due to the situation that we're faced with right now, we're still waiting to hear back on information on how specific programs are going to be operating. So for example, like auto, fire academy, nursing program, things like that. If you are interested in those specific majors or and planning on taking any of those core classes and you have questions, we do have a QR code at the end of the presentation where you could email us or contact your specific Rio Hondo rep, take a picture of the QR code, and then you can contact us through there if you have any specific questions or anything that comes up after the presentation. So one of our programs is our nursing program. So we have a really good nursing program where they use live simulators to simulate what a patient's gonna go through. So if a patient's in pain or anything like that, we also do simulations with our police academy and our fire academy so that they're able to experience a traumatic event so that they can be prepared and that they can, most importantly, be able to handle the pressure of that situation. We do offer various of degrees. If anyone is interested in our nursing program, they do host informationals throughout the semester. If you're interested in wanting to attend one of those informationals, we'll find out when they will make them available if they're going to be doing some online.
And also, if you guys want to do something like maybe become like public safety for firefighters, we do have an associate degrees in fire technology and wildland fire technology, and we also have it as a certificates, guys. In the meantime, with all this that's going on, you guys can actually take some of your classes online, and later on, as time progresses, hopefully we should be having classes available for you guys to go into the actual academy. But one of the requirements is that you guys can't join until you're 20 and a half, so you guys still have some time to take some of the classes that can help you guys go into the fire academy in the meantime.
So our next program is our police academy. We're one of the very few community colleges that actually has a shooting range on campus that is pertained to our police academy. To join our police academy, you need to be at least 20 and a half with a clean criminal background, and you also need to have a clean credit history. So please be mindful that when you turn 18, or some of you are already 18, in the next few months, you're going to start getting mail in the letters in the mail from credit card companies. I wouldn't recommend to be taking out all these credit cards because they don't want you to, in the police academy, they're going to do a credit check and they don't want to see that you have all this credit debt. So please be mindful of that. Also too, in the police academy, there is a fitness test. So you also do need to do that as well. Between 18 and 20, we do recommend students to take college classes. The reason why is that because in the police academy, you have to take a test which is called the POST, the Police Officer Standard Training, which is the test that is needed to be able for you to be able to be a certified police officer in the state of California. So it's very important that you are fit, ready, but also as well as that you're able to handle the rigor for the test. So if you have any questions, please let us know. We can help you with that.
And then also, if you guys are interested in something with automotive, like being a mechanic, we do have a lot of certificate programs, associate degrees, which are 2-year degree programs. And like I mentioned to you before, we do also have a bachelor's degree in automotive technology where you guys can also do the technical side, we can become a mechanic, or the business side, maybe you want to own a small business. We also have that option as well. But in order to be part of the bachelor's degree program, you first need to complete your associate degree, and then you guys will be finishing your bachelor's degree program at Rio Hondo, and you guys can work and go to school at the same time while completing your bachelor's degree too. So we also have the Tesla Start program. We're one of the few schools in the nation that has this program. We usually train students to be an employee at Tesla for about 12 weeks. It's a very extensive program, but in order to be part of this program, you also need to complete your associate degree first, and then you guys can be part of that program. The cool thing about this program is that so far, we have a good employment rate through Tesla program, and a lot of the students have been able to get full-time employment. So it's a really good program. If you guys want to check it out, we can always share some information for you guys, and we can always give you guys the contact of the person for that program as well.
So one of the cool things about attending a community college is our sports. We do offer various sports at our college, and one of the benefits of being an athlete at our college is you get priority registration. So what is priority registration? So priority registration, a good example would be, imagine that you are attending a class and you do not like waking up at 8 a.m. But the class is also offered at 11 a.m. So what's cool about it is you're allowed to be able to do that specific class at that time because you have first dibs in choosing classes. So it's very important that you're able to do that. Another good thing with priority registration, if a class gets filled fast right away where other students are trying to get that one class, like with that one favorite teacher, what's cool about priority registration is it allows you to be able to get that class before everyone else. So if you can, there are programs that we do offer at Rio Hondo that allow you to get priority registration. As you can see, these are some of the sports that we have. We also do have students who attended the college who have made it to pro. Like one of our students is Evan Longoria, who plays for the Giants. We also have students who are very competitive, like one of our students who is in our wrestling team, who was a first year at Rio Hondo, made it to state. So our students are very competitive and very driven academically, but also as well as in their sports field.
Also, I want to make a note as well. Some of our athletes have been able to transfer to a foreign university and play that same sport at the 4-year as well. We had 2 twins that played soccer and transferred to Kansas State with the full ride, and they played for 2 more years at Kansas State in soccer. So here's some of the resources that we have offered to you guys in light of COVID-19. The first one, which is something I highly recommend you guys go check out, is the Student Success and Dreamer Center. This is a really great center for you guys to go check out. They really help you guys a lot. You guys can get your educational plan by either through phone or Zoom meeting with a counselor. They can also help you register for your classes. If, like, say for example, if you guys are having trouble like adding this one specific class, they can always help you with that. Let's just say if you guys also need help with financial aid, let's just say with FAFSA California Dream Act, they can help you with you guys with that. And then for anyone that might be a dreamer, we have a person that works with dreamers that gives them resources and information that they need with everything that's going on right now, and they connect you to the campus resources. If you guys want to reach out to this center, we have the number right there, and they also have a chat box on our main page. And if you guys use that chat box, one of our success coaches will respond back to you and help you with any questions you may have. And they can connect you guys to any Zoom rooms if you guys need to have a Zoom meeting as well.
Okay, I'm moving forward, but it's not letting me. Give me one second. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Next is our financial aid and admissions and records. So for financial aid, please make sure that you've completed your 2020 and your 2021 application for the FAFSA or the DREAM Act. If any of you are planning on taking classes in the summer, please make sure you take the 2019 and the 2020 FAFSA or DREAM Act so that you can see if you can get any financial assistance for the summer. Just to remind you all, we are having a workshop specifically on financial aid where they can give you a better understanding of what maybe your financial aid package may look like, how does financial aid at Rio Hondo work, but most importantly, to kind of give you a better insight and kind of take that pressure away from you on how money is going to be for you specifically at Rio Hondo College. I know for some, especially parents, that might be a concern. I did this, but I haven't received this. This workshop for tomorrow would be the best place to attend and get those questions answered. Also, to students, if you plan on taking summer classes and you haven't registered to do that, please be mindful on the Rio Hondo website. You need to make sure that you do the CC Apply application similar to how you did your fall 2020 application. That is the only way that you'll be able to register for classes for summer and fall. If you have any questions, you can email admissions or you can contact your Rio Hondo rep, and that information will be on the next couple slides. And I made it easier for you all so that you can take a picture with it with a QR code, and that will appear right there on a PDF. And then also too, they will go over the Rio Hondo Promise requirements more in detail and how to make sure that you get them. So next is our DSPS program. This program helps service students who have an IEP or a disability if they need a special accommodations. We also offer like note takers, audio recording, sign language interpreter. They also help students be able to, if they need special tutoring or if they need help with anything, to make sure that those students can get the accommodations. If you are interested in this program, you need to reach out to them. In high school, it was a right. In college, it's based on if you want the resources or support. I highly recommend it if you do need these services to please take advantage of them. And especially if you have an IEP and maybe they suggest that you need to take less units or anything like that, they would be the best person to help your transition from high school to college, to making sure that your transition is off to a great start. And if there are any resources that they are aware of that can help you on your endeavors, one thing that we always say is start real, go anywhere. So we really want to make sure that wherever you want to go, that it is capable and that that we can assist you with that. So please take advantage of all our free programs. And here's the next free program.
Yes, this is a program I highly recommend. Everyone should apply. As me, as a Rio Hondo student, I was fortunate enough to get into this program. It's a wonderful program. It gives you guys a lot of resources and services that you guys need in order to be successful. One of the first things, which is something that Dave was mentioning before, prior registration. You guys will be picking your classes first compared to anyone else. So you guys will be one of the first ones to be picking classes. So you guys will be getting the classes that you want, the schedule that you want, and you'll be getting that every single semester that you're part of our school. Also, you guys will be having some orientations. One of the requirements is that you guys need to make sure you guys meet with the counselor at least 3 times a semester. They can go over your comprehensive ed plan, making sure that you guys are taking the right classes in order to reach your goals. Okay, that way you guys don't waste your time and just taking random classes. They also have tutoring services. They can help you with transferring any questions. One of the big things about this program is that they can help you pay for your books. Okay, so that saves you guys a lot of money. I know for me, for a fact, when I was part of this program, it saved me a whole lot of money. Sometimes I didn't have to pay a single dime for books. But that's because I used to rent books and stuff like that. So you definitely want to make sure you guys look for cheaper options, but they already have that money aside for you guys in order to pay for your books at the bookstore. They also help you pay for your cap and gowns. They give you guys free additional supplies. And they also have the academic probation intervention. So let's just say if you guys are not doing so well academically, they can always help you guys be successful and help you guys get back up. And, you know, that way you guys can graduate or transfer, whatever you guys' goals are. If you guys want to apply to this program, you can always reach out to them at their office number. You can always email them or use their chat box. If you guys are not too comfortable, if you guys want to reach out to your Rio Hondo representative, your real rep can also share that information with you guys and can also share the application with you as well.
So here is some information on our student services that we do offer for admissions and records, counseling center. These are the phone numbers that we do offer. So if you want, you could take a picture with it on your phone. I'll give you a few moments to do that. And if there are any questions, please use the chat function to chat to our Rio Hondo reps. I know we have a couple out there that are able to help answer questions. So please be using them so that they can help you out. A lot of our departments have chat box functions. So if you do want, for example, like outreach, the Student Success Center, and Dream Center, they have a chat bot. Also to just go to the different websites, or if you're not sure, just contact us and we can put you onto their specific contact information or contact that individual. So next, this is the Rio Hondo reps on who are assigned to each high school. For some of you, are like, I can't see my school, or I can't, you know, like I want to see it clearly. I put a QR code for you. So if you can click on the QR code, you just open your phone and open the camera. And it should allow you to take a picture of it and it should come up. So it's loading.
So we'll give you guys some time for that. You guys can
And
scan
while it
QR code.
loads, you
Hmm.
should see it like this. So I would highly recommend to take advantage of our QR code, and you can see who the rep is, and then you can contact us there through our Google Voice. You can text us there or call us or even email us, whichever you prefer. Then we can you can contact us with whatever questions you have or support, or if you can't think of anything now or you do come across any issues, you can contact us there. Next, if you want, you can also contact us through our outreach email, which is our general email, and it also provided you with a QR code. And if you want to visit our website, you can visit our website. And then in the chat, they will post our Instagram again. And we would like to thank you all. Are there any questions? I'm going to open up the chat so I could see. I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
So does anyone have any questions? If you guys don't want to put it into the chat room, you guys can always just say it out loud, and then we can always help answer any questions you may have.
What does that even mean? Questions, thank you?
Do you have any questions, Cindy, or for whoever's on the Cindy username?
One more else.
Okay, thank you.
Mm.
Just to let you all know, we will be having our open house event tomorrow, which will be on financial aid. We would love to see you all there. Dr. Melba Castro, do you have any closing remarks or anything that you think the students would love to hear from us that we didn't mention today?
Just overall, if there's something that you still have questions with or anything that we can be of help and support with, we have a range of services also to help you. If you haven't registered for classes yet, we have registration workshops. We also, in addition, have support for you in terms of making sure that you are successfully transitioning to Rio. So please go ahead, feel free to ask us for anything, and we're here to go ahead and support you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Castro. Does anyone have any questions or anything they would like to add?
And if you guys are not too comfortable asking the question, you can always ask your question in the chat box. If you guys have any questions specifically for me or David, you can always send it a private message if you guys like as well. We're just here to help you guys answer any questions you may have.
I have a question. So
Yes.
I filled out all my financial aid and I got a piece of mail that says something for Bank Mobile.
Okay, awesome. That's a great question. So what that is a bank mobile is where we use as for you to set up your bank account. So that's how you would be receiving your financial aid once it's processed. Then they will send you like, okay, you're gonna get this amount of money, and then they send it to that card. But let's say you're like, I don't want to use this card. I have my like Chase or Wells Fargo or credit union. You could link your bank account to that information. And if you want at the end of today, we can get your contact information. We can send you more information on that as well.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions, guys?
About EOPNS, how to fill out the application, where to get the application, any of the programs that you saw, anything on the Student Success and Dreamer Center, any questions?
What are the qualifications to be a part of the EOPS program?
So one of the requirements in order to be part of the EOPNS application is based on income. But I always recommend students still apply because you never know if, depending, maybe the requirements are a little bit more different. There's also other requirements as well. So I always highly recommend students to apply. It's just one piece of paper, and then we can always review it for you guys. And then we can always send them to that email it to that office, and they can always let you guys know whether or not you guys get in. And if you guys do get into this program, you guys get a lot of benefits, as I mentioned to you guys earlier. So I highly recommend, please apply. It's a really great program. And then I know for a fact, because I worked over the office over the summer, we had a lot of students get into the program. So I always highly recommend just apply and then go from there. And let's just say if you guys don't get in your first semester, and let's just say things change for the next semester, then you can always apply again the next semester too.
I just want to note that Tam mentioned in the chat, that the EOPNS application is online. So if you go to the EOPNS website on the Rio Hondo website, they have it online. You could fill it out and email it to them. I would highly recommend, if you're interested in that program, to contact us or them directly so that you can fill out that information. It's very important. EOPNS is a really good program. One things that I do think about that program is that they actually give you school supplies, and sometimes going to college, a lot of things cost a lot of money, especially a Scantron. When you go into classes and you have to take a test, some professors use a Scantron. Sometimes students forget, and students will sell you a Scantron for $1. And that's like expensive because a Scantron's usually around 35 cents. You can get that through EOPNS for free, depending if you're in the program. And then there are other programs that can help assist you with that. So please take advantage of all these free programs that we have for you guys. It's very important.
Yeah, so I just wanted to add to that as well, because since I was part of this program, I remember there was some times where I forgot to buy a Scantron, and then sometimes the Scantrons were sold out at the bookstore. So because I was part of the EOPNS application, I would just go in, sign in, and just tell them that I need a Scantron, and they would give me like 2 Scantrons, and I was able to finish and take my test. They also offer free blue books as well, which is also cost money too. So this is why I highly recommend a lot of you guys to apply to this program. And if you guys have any questions, remember, you can always reach out to their office, or you can reach out to us, and we can always help you guys with any questions about the program too.
Yes. Please be mindful, students. There are other programs and services that we didn't mention in this presentation. Like one of them is our food bank. We have a food bank on campus. So if students having, let's say they forgot to get snacks one day, or they're having any food insecurities at home, they have an opportunity for you to fill it out anonymously to get free supplies of food or any hygiene products. And we also have a book loaner program where you could borrow a book through the college campus. There are various programs. Please reach out to us if you need anything throughout the year. We're still here for you, even though you're transitioning from high school to college. We're still here for you. We're your outreach reps, and we always will be. So if you have our contact information, so reach out to us. We can help you. If you see us on campus, wave to us. I always check in with my students. If I see them, I'm like, hey, how's it going? And they always say, I'm doing great. I'm dealing with this. And I end up taking them to where they need to go. So please reach out to us. If you see us, we will wave to you. We will say hi, and we want to know how you're doing. We want to make sure, like we say, we start real, go anywhere, and we really care for our students. So please reach out to us if you have any questions. This is the best space to utilize it, and you can utilize it today.
And also, I see that someone mentioning, questioning about the Puente Project program. I highly recommend also to apply to that program as well. If you guys are a first generation college student or a first time college student, this is also a good program too to also apply. If you guys are part of that program, they mainly focus about 4 universities, talk about that, just so you guys can be like, okay, 4-year university is a goal of reach. So I highly recommend to also apply. Remember, you guys can apply to as many programs as you want. Remember, these programs also gives you guys priority registration as well. Does anyone have any other questions, comments, anything at all?
So I know we do have a couple outreach staff members on here, like Tam, Norma, and Martin. So I don't know if you want to introduce yourself just to give them a little bit of who you are, and just in case some of these students might have some of those questions, so that they know that they can go to you. And if you feel comfortable putting your email down there, so if they have those questions, they could direct it towards you.
Wait, are we introducing ourselves on here, or are we doing it on the text box?
Oh no, on there, Martin. You're good. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, what's up, everyone? Some of y'all might have heard from me. My name's Martin. I'm an outreach assistant on the team. If you have any questions, I'm here to help you guys. If you guys have any questions on how the transferring works, how general education works in general, you guys are more than welcome to come ask me those questions. I'm gonna go ahead and put my email down and give you guys my office number because I'm still in the office, so you guys can have that. So any questions that either comes up now or later, always feel free to reach out. I'm always willing to give some knowledge that I have gained over my experience by going to community college and also going through the transferring process. So just know that I'm available to you guys.
Thank you for sharing.
Hi, I'm Norma. I work for the assessment. If you have any assessment questions, feel free to contact me. I'm also an alumni from Rio Hondo and from the local community. I went to South Amani High School. So anything you might need, reach me down at ngarcia@riohondo.edu.
Hi everyone, my name is Tam Contreras. I work in dual enrollment, and it's a great opportunity for students that are still in high school to get ahead and take free college classes with us. So if you have siblings still in high school, please feel free to have them reach out to me if they're interested in taking college classes. We also work with the K-8 system as well. So we're just really excited to give students this opportunity to take free college classes and get ahead. So I will put my email in the bottom. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Does anyone have any questions for anyone that just spoke right now, or anyone in
Yeah.
general?
Last few questions before we end our first day of open house. We'd love to see you all tomorrow. We will send out an email, but other than that, that's the end of the conclusion. If anyone wants to stay for any last minute questions, or if they want to ask a question on the side, we can put you into a private room and we can answer those questions as well.
And if you guys feel like anyone can benefit from any of these programs, guys, please make sure to share with them this information, and also let them know that they can always reach out to us, guys, and we can always help them with any questions they may have, okay? So if you know anyone that can benefit from any of this, please share this with them as well.
Okay, is there anyone in the chat that wants to meet in a private room or anything to have any questions that they might want to answer? If not, I'll give you a couple more minutes, and then if not, we're going to close the end of our meeting. Thank you all for coming. We really appreciate it, and we hope to see you all soon, and thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed this information.